A young man once overlooked by scouts now stands as one of the brightest defensive stars in the NFL. Brian Branch's name might not dominate headlines like other stars, but his impact on the field is impossible to ignore. He isn't the typical superstar, no flashy persona, no endless endorsements, just pure football talent and determination. But the real question is Brian Branch an underrated genius of defense who is about to take over the league? Or will he remain a player whose greatness is never fully appreciated? Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more curious updates. Let's begin. Brian Amani Branch was born on October 22, 2001 in Fayetteville, Georgia. Like many kids in the South, football was a way of life. He grew up with determination shaped by family values, community support, and a strong belief that hard work could change his future. At Sandy Creek High School, Brian began to show flashes of the player he would become. He was fast, smart, and versatile as a defensive back. By his senior year, he was rated a 4-star recruit, catching the attention of top colleges across the country. During high school time, Brian was focused on choosing a program where discipline, tradition, and excellence mattered. That search took him to Alabama, one of the top football programs in the country. At Alabama, playing under coach Nick Saban was never easy. The program was tough, demanding, and known for producing NFL talent every year. Many players crumbled under that pressure, but Brian Branch thrived, where he joined the Crimson Tide and quickly earned respect, not through words but through his fearless play on the field. At Alabama, Brian showed exactly what made him different. He was not limited to one role. He could play safety, cornerback, or even in the nickel slot. Nickel slot is known as the true Swiss Army knife for defense. By the time he was in his junior season, Branch had become one of the most reliable players on Alabama's defense. In 2022, he had his best season yet, making the most tackles, stopping players behind the line and breaking up passes. That year, he proved he was one of the best defensive backs in college football, and also showed signs that he could become a future star in the NFL. When the 2023 NFL draft arrived, many experts projected Brian as a first-round pick. But surprisingly, he slipped into the second round. The Detroit Lions grabbed him with the 45th overall pick, a move that would soon be called one of the biggest steals of the draft. But why did teams pass Brian in the first round? Some scouts worried about his size, questioning if he was fast and strong enough to handle elite NFL receivers. But as soon as he stepped on the professional field, Brian proved those doubts wrong. In his rookie season with the Lions, Brian Branch made an instant impact. In his very first game against the Kansas City Chiefs, he picked off Patrick Mahomes and ran it back for a touchdown, a moment that instantly put him on the map. By the end of the year, he had 74 tackles, 3 interceptions, and a sack in 15 games. Not bad at all for a second-round pick. What makes Brian special is his versatility. He can line up against receivers, cover tight ends, or blitz the quarterback. And unlike many rookies, he rarely makes the same mistake twice. He studies, adjusts, and improves week after week. Then came the 2024 season, which was even bigger for Brian. He racked up 109 tackles, 4 interceptions, 16 pass breakups, a sack, and a forced fumble. He was second on the team in tackles, playing both safety and slot corner. This earned him his first Pro Bowl nod. Brian was not just padding stats, he was making history. From September 8th to October 20th, 2024, he recorded at least 2 pass defenses in 5 straight games, one of the longest streaks by an NFL safety since stat tracking began in 1999. He also made history for the Lions. In a game against the Rams, he became the first safety on the team to have 3 pass breakups and a tackle for loss. By the end of the season, he was just the 3rd defensive back in franchise history to get 4 interceptions and 3 tackles for loss in 1 year. Brian's biggest moment came on October 13, 2024, against the Dallas Cowboys, when he intercepted 2 passes and forced a fumble, a performance that earned him NFC Defensive Player of the Week honors. His performance was not unnoticed. ESPN ranked him number 2 among all NFL safeties, and analysts began calling Detroit's safety duo, Branch plus Kirby Joseph, potentially the best in the league. As the Detroit Lions launched into the 2025 season, Branch kept shining in training camp. In a scrimmage, his versatility across blitzes and coverage stood out. Pairing with Jack Campbell's tackling to show Detroit's defense was ready to dominate. Brian Branch's first NFL contract will end after the 2025 season. After that, the Detroit Lions will have to decide if they want to give him a new, bigger deal. Another safety on the team, Kirby Joseph, recently signed a 4-year contract worth $86 million. Because of that, experts believe Branch could get an even larger deal, maybe 4 years for $88 million. If that happens, he would become one of the highest-paid safeties in the NFL. Still, some critics remain cautious. They say one great season does not mean he will stay a superstar forever. They worry about his size, injuries, and whether he can keep playing at a high level in the tough NFL. Off the field, Brian Branch remains humble and focused. That quiet confidence and work ethic speak louder than any locker room hype. And this is just the beginning of his story. With his smart play, versatility, and growing reputation, he is quickly becoming one of the most exciting young defenders in the NFL. So now, we turn the question to you. Do you think Brian Branch is on his way to becoming one of the NFL's legendary safeties? Or will he remain underappreciated, shining in moments but never fully getting his due? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Stay curious, stay thoughtful.